I don't know how many people can tell you the exact moment they got interested in music and decided to pursue it, but I can tell you within a few minutes exactly what day, time, and where I was when I decided I was going to learn how to play music. January the 9th, 2006, I was at a school called Ocapilco Elementary in Moultrie, Georgia. And I have reviewed that moment many times. I've made a movie of this. I was backstage getting ready for my Benjamin Franklin program. I was performing school assembly programs at that time all across the country. And I was backstage looking around and I saw all these musical instruments. I remember some very high quality xylophones or drums. Every kind of musical instrument you could think of, they had. And this was at an elementary school. And right then I said, if these little kids can play music, I can play music. I'm 56 years old. It is time that I start playing music. I don't know. I probably had been thinking about it before because for the previous 15 years or so, I had been performing at schools, libraries, colleges, and different places where I would continually come in contact with musical instruments on the stages where I perform. But at that moment, I said, I'm going to learn how to play music. When I went home, I purchased a Yamaha digital piano and a Zager acoustic guitar. Now those two instruments cost me maybe $1,300 to $1,500. And so that's why today I emphasize to people, start cheap, start low. You may not like this hobby. You may find it very intimidating to keep pushing on knowing that you've got so much involved in these musical instruments. So, I got a digital piano, I got an acoustic guitar. I would like to say that in 1 year I was fluent in both instruments and I was ready to perform on stage. However, I bought the piano in 2006. By the year 2012, I had made little or no progress with the piano, and I had made zero progress as well with the guitar. I still had the ambition to play music, but I had made no progress. The big leap came when a young lady came over to the house. She was helping me learn Spanish. She said, oh, I play the piano, and she showed me how to operate the foot pedals on the digital piano to create sustain. And somehow that got me going. And I began just playing and playing on piano. And eventually, I can say that by the year 2020, I can play piano pretty good. I am quite satisfied with my progress on the piano. I love it, and I make many original songs on the piano, and I wouldn't trade anything for my piano play these days. The Zager guitar was a bust. It was huge, intimidating, glossy, big bust. I despised that guitar. I decided to take guitar lessons, and the fellow said, "Oh, you might like a classical guitar. Classical guitar, much smaller. This is wonderful, a classical guitar." And in 5 months, my teacher did not teach me a single tune on the classical guitar. Nothing. No tune, no music. Toward the end of our lessons, he brought out what I assume is a 4-string ukulele. It was a really odd-shaped, queer-looking thing with wings off over here and there. And he said, "Oh, I'm just playing this to save my back because it's so much, the guitar is so heavy, I just to show you little things on this." I asked him what it was, and he didn't tell me. He didn't say, "Oh, this is a ukulele," or "this is anything else." He actually avoided telling me. He had never mentioned the word ukulele. He had never said baritone ukulele. I had to learn about those things after I quit my guitar lessons. And when I quit guitar lessons, I basically was at a complete loss. So at that time, I was teaching college English. I took a year off of travel to teach college English locally. And I enjoyed going to the classes and meeting young people, and somehow I purchased a ukulele, a little soprano ukulele. I would take it to class, bang around on a little bit, and have fun. And you could do that, and I did. And for the next 3 years or so, I had ukuleles. I would fool around with them a little bit. I never actually thought to learn how to strum. It never crossed my mind that there was actually a method to playing these things. I thought it would just come to me automatically, and I would be inspired, I suppose. And I had a green kiwi kala soprano that I played for my mom as she was in her final illnesses. And she'd like to hear me play, and I'd fool around on the ukulele. So that was up to around the year 2014. When I got my YouTube channel, I began buying ukuleles and reviewing them, and then I would play a little bit so that people could hear how they sounded. And I suppose that what has inspired me to actually learn how to play ukulele has been the YouTube channel and wanting to sound a little better when I would pick up the instruments. So, my music career began January the 9th, 2006, 1:30 p.m. in Moultrie, Georgia. And I hope it lasts many, many more years. It is just now beginning to explode. I'm finding that I can play the harmonica, I can play the recorder, I can play the Irish tin whistle, I can play the toy accordion, and all kinds of different pianos and different sizes ukuleles, and sing some too. It's just great. You just got to stick with it. Find something simple to learn. Try to master this little technique or this little thing. Actually get into it. Get started. Make a start. Learn a song. One song. Ukulele, you can learn thumb strum. It's very easy. Thumb strum is so easy, and you can be playing and singing the first day. The first day, my guitar teacher, you can be playing and singing a simple melody or a song. With the piano, you can play melody the first day with your right hand, and the left hand do something simple. Learn a song. Why did it take me so long? I guess no one really could tell me how simple it was. If they had made it simple, I would have learned the first day. I would have made a start. But I'm glad that things have worked out as they have. Very pleased, happy, and maybe I can help other people learn. And that's really what I'm about these days. I would like to see other people learn and say, you help me make a start.